It is Rando from pole position. We're playing Teddy alongside. We do wait for the 5 red lights to come on, as there is a green flag. And yeah, we have a bit of a delay. But here they come, the 5 red lights then. It's 3, it's 4, it's 5. And it is lights out and away we go. And it looks like they're pretty even at the front, but the 2 cars behind have got better starts. But Rando's going to put his car in the middle of the road and does take the lead on the apex of turn 1. Sem's going to try around the outside, and I think he's going to get through. Contact in the background, cars going 3 wide. But Rando leads, and I think Plain Teddy is under pressure here from Bennett as they go side by side, and Bennett just sneaks through, and the Red Bull in the background. Oh, there's a car off, and that's Halo, and it's a virtual safety car. And Halo is off into the barrier. Zach's Beast gets a time penalty for that collision, and I think there was another car involved. Hickland has left the session. Scopes got a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Barlow, and we'll just take a breather. Well, the virtual safety car is out, and I did see, I don't know how much you saw of that, but
yeah, I saw.
I did see a car career across the track.
Yeah, I saw quite a bit. I hope it wasn't. There looked like there was a car maybe glitching left and right a bit, but it was contact between Halo and Zach's Beast. Unfortunately, Halo's race ending early from that. I think Cos Cameron was involved a bit because he's about 3 seconds behind Hicklin. I have sent him Hicklin an invite, but the drama's not over there.
Yeah, Barlow and Original going at it side by side into the final sector. Barlow looks to have got past, or stayed ahead. I think he got past. So yeah, the top 4 are sprinting away at the moment. Plain Teddy, well, swamped after turn 1 really. Bennett just muscled his way past. Yeah, Rockamad's made a good start up into 5th place. Jackson Dog up into P12 already off the start. But yeah, Zach's Beast a long way back. Hicklin has joined. DRS is not enabled because we are only on lap 2. Just a nice game glitch. But yeah, did you see it much else off the start?
No, because I was in the second half of the first lap I was busy inviting Hicklin, but no, I just caught what happened in sector 1 where it was a bit messy. I did spot that someone is starting on the hard tyre actually. I think that was Drastic Blaze. I think
yeah.
And Zach
has
he's retired in pits. Yeah, so Drastic Blaze on the hard tyres. Of course, he's minding his own business, but a few drivers behind on the quick tyre. Zach Blaze caused a bit of a traffic jam.
Teddy's off. Yeah, Plain Teddy has just gone off. I just realised that somewhere he's got damage as well. And his car's trying to file past him. Sorry for not catching that on the stream. But yeah, there is some. Oh, where's my telemetry? Yeah, this has gone off. But yeah, Dorsey has just got past Panther for P7. I think Bennett is close to the back of Sem. And yeah, Rando just holding firm out front. Neelix is round, is he? Or no, he's in a fight with Plain Teddy at the moment. Plain Teddy does let him go as he understeers off the track. And yeah, we'll take a breather at the moment. But the top 3 well, there's a couple of groups here. Top 3 are close together, and then we've got a group behind with Rockamad. As Barlow is making moves again, by the looks of it, up the inside of the final corner. Jackson Dog runs wide, and that's going to invite Original to have a go up towards turn 1. And he's got his overtake on, and he goes down the inside. Jackson Dog breaks later. Oh, there's a bit of jockeying for position, and Original seemed to get caught out there, and has to stay in P13.
Early race pace from Rockamad isn't looking amazing at the moment. You've got the likes of Owen and Leah catching up behind him. There's already a 1.6 second gap to Bennett. Owen looking quite feisty at the start of the race so far. Halo's, oh yeah, he's retired.
He's retired, yes. Yeah, we've got Original close to the back of Jackson again. So it looks like he will use the DRS to get past, and it should be an easy move. Oh, a bit of a late move from the racing point there, but Original is wise to it. And, well, he's giving him a wide berth going into the corner, but he does make the move up into P12. He goes. But yeah, like you're saying, Rockamad is coming under pressure from Owen and MRC Lear behind. Owen is going to try make a move. This time Owen is near the front of the pack and not having to do a recovery drive, as we've seen that many a time from the Red Bull driver.
Breaks me to see the driver that we have to keep an eye on. The MRC Lear's connection is not looking good at all. But I've had reports to keep an eye on it. Fortunately, there's no one right behind him.
Yeah.
But if he does overtake Owen and he's causing a problem, then I hate to do it, but I'm on board with him now. It's not looking good at all.
No, I just looked behind Owen and saw that he had an X next to his name as Owen is getting a wash of dirt. Yeah, picks up a track exceeding penalty for that, as Sim has now entered the DRS zone of the race leader Rando. Rando hasn't come under threat yet, but Sem has finally turned his pace up and is starting to lose Bennett but gain on Rando. As Scopes has come into the pits for a set of soft tyres.
Rando, Sen and Bennett, I believe they always share parties for every single race. So guys, if you're listening to this, go on, put on a show.
Hope they can put on a show. Rocker Mad, consequently, is actually closing the gap slightly towards Bennett, as Bennett is starting to struggle, it seems, on these tyres. Sem seems to be the fastest of this, front six, as Owen goes off the track.
Wide, yep.
Yeah, just seems to be struggling a little bit as Leah goes a bit wide through the triple right-hander. But yeah, it seems to be front six. Dorsey saying that his race pace may not be that great, as we've got the yellow flag in sector 2, but I think that is Cosmic Cameron at the back. Is Barlow making even more moves back here? Obviously, they've still got constructors to fight for, all these drivers. It's very close in the constructors, between top 3 teams, I think it is. There's a lot of teams still in play for that. So yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how Drastic plays this. Sorry, on the hard tyres, of course. He's clearly in a different race or different strategy to Barlow. So will he fight or will he make it easy? If you do make it easy, you've just got to think about your own race. Interesting to see what happens. But yeah, that gap at the top still within a second. Bennett, he's fallen off a bit on second place. Might start looking behind. Leah still right behind Owen.
Yeah, so the top 6 are quite close together. If you look at it, Bennett is dropping off. However, there's I will quickly flick to.
And
Cameron's. We've just Cameron's off.
He's lost it on the last corner. It wasn't going into the pits or anything.
Yeah,
is that safety car out?
That is a safety car. Yes.
It is. Now when?
Yeah. So. What will that do?
Now, that might throw a few strategies out the window.
Yeah, we could be seeing 2 stops here. I'd pit.
Rando does.
Especially with 4-lap old tyres.
I think they're all coming in next.
Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll just scroll through the drivers for you.
I'm just trying to think who might get...
Yeah, if you're on the softs.
I'm trying to think who might get caught out here.
Dorsey will.
Dorsey, yeah, he's gone into the pits. I think everyone's going to be coming in here.
Everyone's in. Drastic Blaze, maybe. I think, will be leading the Grand Prix by the looks of it.
He's staying out, and so's Barlow, I think.
Barlow on the mediums. Can he get out ahead? He can get out ahead, I think.
Oh, and Dorsey's held up in the pits.
That's going to be close. It's close between Rando and Barlow, but Barlow just squeezes ahead. But yeah, this helps out. Well, this really does help out the one stop. Well, it does help out the people who are going to 2-stop anyway. It does help out people at the back, the likes of Plaintelli and Scopes. Neelix as well struggled a bit off the start. Have a look. I think Neelix is going to go to the end of the Grand Prix on hard compound tyres. So that'll be one to watch out for. Drastic Blaze is in AI, so hopefully he doesn't stay there too long. But yeah, it's just a reset for everyone now. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Drastic Blaze is still in AI. So I don't know what's going on there, but he's now out of AI, and yeah, we'll he'll be immediately under pressure from everyone behind on those hard compound tyres. So then, Panther is the only man on softs. So he's going to go soft, soft, medium. But everyone else who's pitted looks like they're going to go soft, medium, soft. We do have the benefit of fresh softs available to them instead of worn. So all the tyres will be fresh. And yeah, we'll see what Drastic Blaze can do from the front. Keep an eye on MRC.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. It's still juttering a bit. It's difficult when the pace is this slow. It's difficult to judge, but it's still not looking amazing.
Yeah, I think it always seems worse under a safety car condition. But yeah, I'll look out for Panther on the restart.
That's a shout, yeah.
Yeah, so he's obviously will be on the mediums, the slower mediums at the end. But if he can get through this field and then get an undercut on people ahead, then he might be in for a good finishing position. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say regarding Panther, hopefully Clandestine can make it easier in front. Again, completely two different phases of the race. Certainly make it easier for one position anyway for Panther.
Well, you'd like to think there'd be some team orders, but
it's really not looking good, Leah. Really not looking good. It's Xing all the time. Just
it's certainly not what we wanted on a championship, potential championship winning day. I think
we're gonna have to do it, mate. Of all races as well, I hate to do it.
He has got X next to his name. I think it's only you're gonna have to.
Hopefully he knows the rules. I've sent in the party invite. Really unfortunate that it's had to end like this, but it's really not looking good. The invite has been sent for Leah, so I hope he does know the rules, and it's just one of those things unfortunately we can't avoid in virtual racing. I've been on the other side of it, around one Australia, and it's not a nice feeling, but it's nothing you can do. It's out of your control.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. So, Drastic Blaze is going very slow on the safety car restart, letting the safety car get out of his reach. Has picked up the pace a tad, but yeah, he's going to be probably a sitting duck on these hard compound tyres. As we wait for the safety car to peel it into the pit lane, as it does now, and he does a go, and he is underway, and the race, once he gets past the start-finish straight, will be green flag racing, as he gets a little slide coming out of the final corner, and Barlow is going to be right up his rear end. Was he going to choose inside? He's going to choose outside, and he's going to try around the outside. He's going to switch back to the inside, and he does. He's going to get better traction out of that corner, and it's going to be side by side up to the S's. Can Drastic Blaze hold on? Barlow's going to squeeze into the lead of the Grand Prix, and he does just about get ahead, and that's a brilliant move from the McLaren driver, and he is into the lead, and Drastic Blaze is going to be under threat. It's Rock and Mad, I think, has had an off somewhere, and is at the back of the pack now. And yes, he has. He's got major front wing damage, so that restart hasn't gone well at all.
And Rando's gone for the
inside.
Yes, I think he might make it stick. He might just do it on traction, being on the softer tyre. How much early he got though? He needs to get this done to, try and pull away from Sem. Because Sem's not in this. Sem is in the slipstream, but he's not in a position to make a move. Drastic Blaze is in the inside of Rando though. He's going to still keep it going. He forces Rando out wide. He's not going to give up on it. Rando, I think he's done the move now. I think that is it. Now Sem's up next for Blaze. But Blaze hasn't given up. What's happened there? And
Sem down the inside. Sem down the inside of Rando. Rando's had a poor exit from that corner, and Sem's going to go and take the position from Rando, and he moves his way up into third place in this Grand Prix. Jackson Dog and Scopes going out at the back. Saw Plain Teddy and Neelix having a go. Drastic Blaze is, well,
Oh, it's been a
the
get
perfect buffer for
Original's
Barlow.
touched the back of Rando. Sorry, Mercs. He's broken his front wing. He's gone off in the last corner as well. He outbroke himself. Oh, he just got caught out by everyone braking early. Oh, and there's going to be a move for the turn one. Sem on Blaze.
Is Drastic Blaze going to hold on? He's going to have worse tyres than the Haas driver. He's going to try and keep it there, but it's not going to be enough. And Sem does make it his way up into second place. Drastic Blaze is, yeah, he's struggling to hold these drivers behind. Did miss what happened to Original, but yeah, like you said, hit the back of Rando, I think you said. So yeah, that is unfortunate for the Mercedes man. Yeah, we carry on. Well, DRS isn't enabled just yet, I don't think. Will be one more lap for that. As yeah, MRC Lear is still going on, but is lagging pretty badly.
I've set 4 or 5 invites. I've done all I can do.
Yeah, so we'll carry on, but DNK Rando is up into third place as Bennett goes.
But Owen's, is he going to pick up the pieces? No, he doesn't.
Come out of nowhere, did the Red Bull man. But yeah. So Sem, being opportunistic down the inside of the hairpin in the final sector, has put himself in the best possible position. As we move back to Plain Teddy going off the track here, as he's trying to overtake Jackson Dog by the looks of it. But he's gone off the track and we'll have to go again. So it looks like it's Bennett's turn to have a stab as Leah and Dorsey are going at it. Leah's in the pits and has retired from the session, so that is unfortunate. That is it, unfortunately. We will crown a new champion at the end of this Grand Prix, not the way we would have liked it to happen. We do have the rest of this race to go. Can Bennett round his championship out in style? Or we still have a few races after this, but yeah, can he round his day out in style with a win around the circuit of the Americas, where it's looking likely that Sem will have a go here at the other McLaren driver of Barlow, as Bennett will probably have a go at Drastic Blaze down the end of the straight. So Sem in the slipstream, and it looks like it's going to be an easy move. Then round the outside, Barlow knows he's not in his fight and in this battle, and yeah, Sem up into the lead as Panther and Owen are going out. Panther on the soft compound tyres has made a move up into 6th place, hasn't completed it just yet. Owen trying to switch back. Bennett still hasn't made it past Blaze, and he's staying behind the Williams driver.
Yeah, he needs to hurry up with this, Bennett, because the guys ahead, they are pulling away at a rate of knots, and Bennett is going to find himself. Well, he's already under pressure from Panther.
Yeah, he needs to get a move on. Barlow sticking in the DRS of Sem will help his race out a lot, as Bennett is struggling behind the rear end of the Williams, and it's just not close enough. Oh, he's going to get really close to the rear end, and he's lucky that he didn't collect the Williams driver. And yeah, he's going to need to make the move soon, or Panther will just stroll along past him in the Ferrari, and he's using his softs to good effect. And yeah, you can see the difference with this nice helicam shot, how much Panther is just gaining and gaining. And Owen not too far back himself, as Dorsey and Benz follow along as well.
Bennett's going to do this early, I think.
Gap to Hickman.
He's going to do it before the long straight. He's used all his... he's around the side of Blaze. Has he got the DRS though? He has.
You should. He does have the DRS, but Panther's going to look right behind him, so we'll just go on board with the Ferrari man. He's going to get a double toe. Is he going to go to the inside or the outside? He's going to go through the middle. He's just backed out, and it's not really a gap, but Panther's going to just... Oh, and Blaze does stick it back down the inside, does give him a little love tap. Blaze is defending with all his might. Panther does go deep into the corner.
And Owen's going to...
It's
contact between Owen and Panther.
Oh my word. And Dorsey's going to join in on the fray. And Dorsey's hit the back of Owen. And Dorsey's going to spin. He's caught it. But has got damage. And Owen down the inside. Oh, and Bennett down the inside of Drastic Blaze. Benz is going to go around the outside. What a move from
Yes!
the Hungarian. And he has pulled it off. Bennett stays behind Drastic Blaze in the Williams and can't pull the move off. Ben's up into P7 and Panther up into P6 while Bennett has to stick behind. He's got no ERS really. He's going to try around the outside, goes very late on the brakes. Is he going to be able to get it slowed down? He's going to go off the track. Dorsey retires in the pit lane. And after that wing damage, and Bennett stays behind the Williams driver, and he is just struggling to get past Southerners.
It looks like he's playing it extra safe because, I mean, looking on board Bennett at times, he can brake a bit later. He should have the confidence to do so, being on the softer tyre. I mean, does he know the situation with Bia? Does he know that he's already done it? He's certainly playing it very safe.
He probably does.
Yeah, hopefully he does.
He is.
But,
he's probably seen him retire.
They've both got the same MERS. Bennett is actually down to the brim now. All he's got is the DRS, so it might have to be a Danny Ricciardo move to get past Blaze here, because Blaze is going to be pit anytime soon as well, so he needs to get the job done ASAP, because Panther's right behind. Benz is looking very tasty.
Benz with, got more ERS than everybody around him combined at the moment. As Sem's pulled out, it did briefly pull out 2 second lead, but it's about 1.8 seconds is the lead out front. Barlow's still sticking in there. Hasn't got, he's not going that slowly around here, so slightly slower than the two front men, and he's driving very well. Is the other McLaren driver? As Panther gets a poor exit out of the final corner, but he uses the DRS and has the DRS to stay away, as Bennett still stays behind the Williams driver. He must be sick of that rear end at the moment, as Plain Teddy looks like he's about to go for a move around the outside of Hickland. Can he get it slowed down? He can, just about. Oh, he loses it and he's in the wall, and Plain Teddy is out of the session, and that is a disaster, and it's a virtual safety car, and there's a bit of a breather for everyone. He just on the curb, and he was in the wall before he knew it, and that is race over for the Alfa Romeo, and becomes our 6th DNF of the race so far. We're not even halfway through yet.
Oh my word, I didn't notice that. 50, not even 50% of the way there. God, so much more can happen.
Yeah, Benz is loving it. Oh, it's got drive through for speeding under the VSC, and that's not going to help his days. He's already down in 12th place. It's not going well for the Williams driver, but in the other Williams, Drastic Blaze is just putting up an incredible defence. Can he stay ahead? We'll wait and see.
Yeah, Blaze is certainly triggering the train, but then after Owen, you've got about an 8.5 second gap to Hickland, who's on the hard tyres, so 8 for above, you should be feeling a bit comfortable from the drivers behind. Well, if you named Owen anyway. And we've got Barlow in the pits.
Yes, we do. I think that'll be for hard compound tyres, interestingly. No, it's a drive-through, I think. So we missed that. Obviously, he was the other person to get a drive-through. That's unfortunate for Barlow. He has a drive-through, and Bennett still can't get past the Williams. Rando has closed the gap slightly to Sem, as Drastic Blaze is all over the track, really.
Surely now.
That was close.
But do you do it now?
He's looking every which way. He's going to go down the inside into third place.
Panther almost stuck his nose in there. Blaze went for the undercut on a corner, and I think Bennett parked the car very nicely indeed, but not if your name is Blaze. But I think Bennett's done it now.
I think he has just about. And Owen down the inside. Oh, has a little look. And pays for it on the exit of the corner. And this quintet of cars goes on, and hopefully Bennett can get away, but he has lost a lot of time to the front two, and will need some excellent pace if he's going to catch up. So we'll wait and see on that. Oh, Benz gets out of shape going through the penultimate corner and has to go off the track. As yeah, Panther now is the man to watch. As he'll probably be coming into the pits soon. Yeah, Blaze defends to the outside. Panther's going to try around the outside. Can he make it stick? Going to be all over on the curb. Oh, loses the car. And Benz is going to look interested, but he is too far behind. And yeah, Owen's sticking in there as well. So this is really the battle for what's turning into P4 now, as Panther goes all over the track, as Neelix and Jackson Dog going at it through turn 1, and Neelix is going to make his way around the outside, up into the top 10, and yeah, he'll be going to the end of the Grand Prix, and he just stays ahead of Jackson, and he's doing quite well for himself, is the Red Bull driver.
Oh, Pam's lost it. Oh, he saved it though, but he's lost a place to Benz and Owen. Lucky to keep out the barrier, but he has lost a couple of places from that. And Benz is using all his errors. Is he going to make a move on Blaze? He was so far behind. He's going to try and go for it on the
he's
outside,
going to have a look around the outside. I don't think he's going to have enough room. He just ran out of road, really. Owen is watching on. He did use a lot of ERS there. And obviously, Drastic Blaze isn't really blessed with that much ERS. Is Owen going to go for a move? Oh, we had an opportunity to send one down the inside there, but chose not to on that occasion. Rando has closed the gap again as it increased to 2.1. It's now down to 1.6 and 1.3. Rather, yeah. So obviously, Sem is starting to struggle on those tyres. Has steadied out to 1.5, 1.6.
And it looks like we've got a car in the pits in Panther. So those soft tyres are, well, clearly no more. So I expect we're going to see Panther chuck on the mediums now. Let's just have a look. Yes, he is.
Yes, he does.
Just to quickly cut to the stream chat, MRC Leah has put in there, well, that's annoying. All I can say is just thank you for obeying the rules and retiring after getting the involved. So I know it's not the way you would like to lose the championship, but yeah, it's just one of them things, unfortunately. But thank you for obeying them rules. And back to the race, Panthers lost it on traction again, coming out of turn 1 with those cold tyres, out in 11th place at the moment. So expecting to make up a few places with in front of him Hicklin, Neelix, and Jackson Dog, all on the hard tyres.
Yeah, hopefully he can make good work of them. So Ben's is going to have a go again at Drastic Blaze, and he needs to get a move on, really. Yeah, he's going to probably go down the inside. He does go down the inside. He's going to make the move stick. It looks like he has enough grip. Blaze is going to try and fight this one back. But yeah, he's on a old hard tyres. Hasn't pitted yet, has the Williams driver. And it is down into P5 at the moment, as I think everyone else around him is going to pit anyway. So he's in a good position at the moment, as Panther is already on the back of Jackson Dog. Didn't make the move on this occasion.
Is he he knows he's going to get the move done. Does he just have to wait until the home straight? Because that's going to be the easiest place to do it. It's going to happen. I just need to get the exit out of the last corner on Jackson Dog, which he's already right behind him, so just a nice tasty exit. I think Jackson Dog might get some DRS though, but it shouldn't be enough because with a poor exit, Panther's pretty much already done it.
Yeah, he's alongside him. Oh, as Jackson Dog comes across and almost takes himself out of the Grand Prix. I think he was going to try and tuck back in the slipstream, but went a bit too early on that, as Panther's up into P10 as Owen has gone for a move, and he's up the inside already. Does he have DRS? I think he's timed this just wrong, as
Blaze
has got the DRS, so he probably could have waited a bit longer, but has Blaze got enough speed, he's going to go and try, and he just has to stick in behind. And yeah, well, it's not really his fight. He can probably he can try and just take these tyres as long as he can, and he could probably come into the pits quite soon. For the next few laps, we'll probably see most of the drivers in for a set of soft compound tyres.
Rando still keeping Sem honest. Gap still 1.7 seconds, and then you've got a big gap to third place in Bennett. I think it's about 7.5 seconds off the pace. Then 2.5 with
And
Ben's.
I've been kicked
Oh
out
no!
of the game. Nice.
Let me get you in.
That was, yeah, that happened.
You get that?
I did.
Lovely stuff.
Hopefully, it lets me join.
Well, for the next 30 seconds, welcome to Southern Radio. The gap at the top is now 2 seconds. SLR streaming has just joined. Blaze is still within half a second of Owen in 6th place, but expect that gap to rise. I think Panther's just made a move on Neelix, and he hasn't been done in turn 1. I've moved that. But we're just going to go and say it was a sweet move anyway. So Panther's up to 9th on a fresh set of mediums. Up next for him is Hicklin, 6 seconds down the road.
Yes, I am back in. Scopes is a fastest lap of 1:38.000. And yeah, Panther up into P9. Yeah, we'll probably. Yeah, these tyres won't make it to the end. That's for sure. Yeah, let's have a look at the stops. So we have Jurassic Blaze, SLR Barlow, and SLR Hicklin who have yet to make a stop yet. Top 5 drivers have not. I've made one stop. So I could see Rando just coming to the pits, to be honest.
That gap.
He does set the fastest lap
Yeah,
of the race.
That gap has gone down a bit. A tiny bit, anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of been between that 1.5 second, 2 second barrier. Drastic Blaze is still on the back of Owen. So yeah, I wonder if, well, I mean, yeah, I think all these drivers should be going on to the soft compound tyres at the end, I would think, as Barlow has now come into the pits, and I assume he will go on to those tyres. As a Mercedes is in as well, not original.
I think Barlow has just served a 5. I don't know. He was in the pits for a while, just doing nothing. So I don't know if he served a 5-second penalty or not, but he is on the soft tyres as predicted, and I think so is original.
I think he had a 5 second early on in the Grand Prix on when there was that melee at the start, and yeah, had the VSC obviously. So yeah, he had to serve. I think he hit the back of someone.
Bit tight at the back. Original has just come out right behind Scopes, who Scopes is on soft tyres as well, on older softs. And Scopes has lost it a bit. Oh, where's he coming onto the track?
Oh, he's come back on track and hit him. Oh no.
That wasn't good.
That was...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Fortunately,
yeah, I don't...
Fortunately, Original's got aware of that. He's still on track. And his mission to close up on Rockamad. But yeah, Scopes just lost it going into the S's and just lost control, really. Came back onto the track a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit kamikaze. Coming back on the track, playing Teddy has left the session and he is out of the Grand Prix. He said, "Oh, as Rockamad just dived down the inside from a mile back and hasn't really made it stick, and he couldn't slow the car down, and yeah, has to stick behind Jackson Dog in the racing point." As yeah,
Blaze
guys out front.
Hicklin are in the pits. Finally, well, in Blaze's case, finally making that stop. I think this is Hicklin's second stop of the Grand Prix. Both onto the soft tyres now.
So yeah, I think it's about... Oh, as Rockamad gets up a bit out of shape there. I think it's about 19 to 20 seconds-ish for a pit stop. Which would put Owen in danger of Panther at the moment. As Rockamad is going to go around the outside this time with Jackson Dog. Jackson Dog takes a large chunk of turn 1, and the Original's going to swoop past.
Is he going to get past both?
And he's going to make a 2-in-1 here. And that's a
great
move from the Mercedes driver. And Rockamad almost careers into the back of the racing point and has to take avoiding action.
And Rockamad's in the wall!
Oh, he's in the wall! Rockamad's in the wall, and that is him out of the session. Jackson Dog was disqualified from the session as well, so he is out of the race. And I think that was for too many penalties. And it's a safety car here, as all those drivers are in the pits.
Rando's in the pits. Yeah, they're all coming in.
They were already in the pits. They were already in the pits, I think. But yeah, this is... Panther's obviously just pitted, and so have people behind. But there was massive gaps for them. But yeah, Everyone on the softs. I think, and even we might see Panther in again here for soft compound tyres. I certainly know I would. Yeah, that I didn't. I caught the end of that. I had it on the off board. So yeah, he does come in. I had it on the off board camera, and then I came into the shot was just Rockamad flying across into the wall.
Yeah, it's a bit of a violent crash.
Yeah, he was ducking and diving, and yeah, and it ended up with Jackson Dog getting disqualified, I assume for too many corner cutting penalties, and I've been kicked out again. So a nice game. I don't really know what's going on at the moment, but yeah, this is.
Well, all the drivers are on soft tyres now, so it's a sprint to the end. Only one of the top 6 drivers in this race have got a time penalty, which is fantastic. 'Cause in Division 1 yesterday, we saw quite a few, and especially now the safety car has come out. If you've got more penalties than others, that is going to cost you out. We'll try not to look at that too much, but yeah, guys who've got all the penalties at the front anyway. The only one really to gain probably Blaze in 6th place at the moment. Who, well, it turns out maybe that hard to soft strategy will pay off in the end.
It may well do.
Just looking at place gain, the biggest gain is Ben's in P4. Fantastic opportunity for Ben's to get a podium after a bit of a rut in the last few races. Been caught out with 40 times safety cars, a few incidents. It'd be great to see him on the podium again for the 2nd time this season. And then we've got the 3 usual suspects at the top. They've got so much experience in that position. You'd expect them to just, use their experience and keep it as it is. You've got to watch out for Owen behind as well. He's shown some great pace during this race. You can't roll out anyone in this position. All of the soft tyres.
Yeah, Rockaman's left the session. He becomes as Hickman gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. So that puts him out of the fray. Well and truly, because you can't serve a drive-through under safety car conditions. So yeah, we got 11 drivers still in this race. Obviously, Hickman has another drive-through. I think he's come into the pits, trying to serve his drive-through. No, he hasn't. He's just slowed right down. And Panther's gone past, and I don't really know what's going on here, but yeah. Hickman has had a bad 30 seconds. Probably the worst 30 seconds of his racing career. Yeah. We're back in the race. 8 drivers out of this Grand Prix. Safety car caused by Rockamad crashing the Sector 1 split, and Jackson Dog being disqualified from the session, along with Plain Teddy, Dorsey, MRC Lear, Cosmic Cameron, Zakis Beast, and SSR Halo. 12 drivers then left in the race. It's anyone's game, really. You'd say the 5 people without penalties, it's their shot, but anything can happen, as we've got 1 quarter of the race to go.
I'm crowding onto my wooden desk, hoping that I can jinx, but this would be fantastic for Drastic Blaze. He only on 17 points this season, and 6 of them were achieved in the last race we had last week in Japan. So, good time points of the season towards the end. Hopefully, he can keep it up. So then the 3-week break, you're feeling very positive indeed. I think that there's going to be a few no's at the front, though. I think the man in 5th place, you see, Owen, yet to get that SLR podium. What an opportunity you have here, my friend. I wish you all the luck.
Yeah. I should say, of course, we've got to remember that Benz has a 5-second penalty to add to his tally as well. So, you can't really look past the top 3 to get on the podium, but any shenanigans could happen between the 3, and someone could come off worse. And obviously penalties could still come into play. Jurassic Blaze is doing alright at the moment. Just creeping up there. But yeah, I think it's anyone's game to get a good result here. We have 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls, 2 McLarens, 2 Williams, 1 Mercedes, 1 Renault, 1 Haas, and 1 Alfa Romeo left in this Grand Prix. So yeah, I think this is why the Constructors is so close. because we have races like this where it's one driver from one team and then there's a couple of drivers getting points elsewhere. I do expect the safety car to come in at the end of this lap. So we will wait and see. We're kind of crawling around at the moment.
I won't necessarily ask for them now, but all the viewers watching in about a few laps' time, or maybe at the end of the race, remember to chuck who you think is your driver of the day. I wouldn't chuck it in just yet, because even though there's 5 laps left, I still think plenty is going to happen, especially with it being Division 2, and from what we've seen so far this season, the Classic Division 2 is back this week. I had a week off last week, but yeah, I'll certainly tell you after 23 laps it has been a typical Division 2 race, which we love to see.
Yeah, I think things are about to things are about to heat up. Sorry for the Xbox booting me out of the game twice, which is, I mean, it's probably coincided with what happened in qualifying with other people getting booted out of the game, but I assume the safety car's coming in this lap. But yeah, hopefully we're uninterrupted from now to the checkered flag. Safety car is in this lap then as Sem starts to weave and slow down, let the safety car go away, and he'll try not to let the safety car catch up to him. Oh, well, him not catch up to the safety car, I should say. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who does end up winning this race. As Rando's left a bit of a gap to Sem at the moment. We're just waiting to see when Sem does go. He's quite close to the safety car. Oh, as Rando! Oh, Rando almost hits the back of him. Safety car isn't in yet, but safety car is in now, and Sem has gone. I think he does go. He goes around the final corner and leads us away. Then, as I think Hicklin has come in for a drive-through, and on lap 24, lap 28. Of the USA Grand Prix, Sem leads as Rando goes deep into turn 1. He's going to be under pressure from Bennett on the exit, but Bennett also gets a poor exit. They are the same as Sem has got the perfect restart here in Division 2 and is already over a second clear. Yeah. Already a second clear of Rando in second place.
Well, the DRS, I should know the rules by now. I think it opens after 3 laps after a safety car, or is it a lap?
Yes, it is free. It's the same as the race start. So
it
should be lap 26. As we start lap 26, we should see the DRS come. So we have a few laps of that. But yeah, Rando hasn't had the greatest of restarts, but Sem has had the perfect restart in his eyes, and Sem will lead us away and is pulling ever so more clear of the pack and is looking for another win in these recent stages of this season. Has been just brilliant at bringing home the bacon, so to speak. Rando will try as he might to close this gap back up. Bennett is following along as well. There's 32.3. That was a pretty perfect lap from himself. Neelix an original. Neelix is in the pits, and I don't know why, but maybe he got a drive through, and it looks like he did. Unfortunately for Neelix, that's a drive through. So looks like Scopes, who's had a pretty horrendous race, might actually get points here.
Goes to show anything can happen in Division 2 and never give up.
Exactly. Never give up is the name of the game by the looks of it today, as we had a ton of DNFs if you think about it. Blaze has had a poor run through the start of the middle sector and he's dropped back from the cars in front. Owen did get close in the braking zone, but not close enough, as they're kind of just equal gaps in the front, as Owen has left it in 7th gear probably for a bit too long there. We'll see what these cars can do at the end, as Rando is now just starting to put Sem under pressure.
Yep.
And I'm sure Sem is probably getting a bit hot under the collar. at this stage, and you've only got a few laps to go, and DRS will be enabled when we come across the line. You will have it when we go down the back, long back straight. If he can stay within the 1 second DRS zone, as DRS is now enabled then. As Rando is at 8 tenths behind. Benz is under a second behind Bennett, but does have big penalty coming his way. Drastic Place still without a penalty, so he's doing a great job. Here's the Williams man. It's a matter of bringing it home as Hicklin enters the pits for his drive-through, and as I say that, commentator's curse. Drastic Blaze picks up 3 second time penalty. I will be quiet now.
Well, 3 laps to go. Your winner still yet to be decided, especially looking at the gap is now half a second. Viewers, chuck in at your driver of the day.
Yeah, Bennett has just done that himself. Rando is in the DRS, hasn't really got that much DRS to play with, and nor has Sem, so it is kind of just stalemate here out front. But yeah, after looking like Rando was going to get knocked out in Q2, is now looking like he has a chance to get back his number 1 position he had at the start of the Grand Prix. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and Rando is going to try and finish strong here as Bennett is being left for dead here, and Owen is still trying to have a look at Benz, and he has a slim chance for a podium. At the moment, Rando seems to be having some connection issues himself, actually, as he kind of jolted around a bit, but hopefully he stays in, and he's still in DRS, but ERS is not that much as he goes very deep into turn 1, and that's going to lose him time. And he's going to miss out for a chance there, and he's going to have to try and stay close from here, but is king, as I'm sure he'll be moaning about being behind Sam at the moment. Owen behind Benz within DRS, and there's a bit of a train forming behind Drastic Blaze, but as I say, that Barlow loses a bit of time as Panther is closing in as well. Round 2 then for Sem versus Rando here. 1.5 laps to go. Can Sem hold on and win the American Grand Prix? We'll have to wait and see. It seems that Rando's just too far back at the moment, and needs more ERS, and needs probably a mistake from Sem at this rate, the way this is going. Yates picks up a 3 second time penalty, but he is back down in 11th place, unfortunately, after having a serve a drive through. Rando is trying his best. He's just trying every which way he can to close that gap to Sem. It's just not enough at the moment. Sem is doing a brilliant job to stay ahead, and I think as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, this could be his day today as we start the final lap of the American Grand Prix. It's going to be Bennett's day in the championship, but can Sem take the headline and win the Division 2 Grand Prix? It all comes down to this. Rando is going to hunt him as much as he can and try and get close enough to get up alongside that Haas car, but I just don't think it's going to be enough.
I think Sem's done enough here, because the Earth situation isn't looking great for Rando, and I don't think the DRS is going to help him enough. I think Sem's done it.
No, I think he has. We have Barlow in the DRS zone of Drastic Blaze. We have Cooper Benz in the DRS zone of Bennett, and he's closing. Don't know if that's going to be enough. Benz is going to try. Is he going to have a look? He is just too far back. Is the Alfa Romeo driver. Is Barlow going to have a go? No, he is too far back. It looks like Sem's going to have it here. There's really no overtaking opportunities. Rando is so close to the back of the Haas driver. But it's just not going to be enough. We are into the final couple of corners. Rando's going to be close, but not close enough as Sem comes round the final corner now. And he's going to come up towards the line. It's going to be a win here for Haas at the American Grand Prix, but it's going to be Bennett who takes the championship here in Div 2, and it is his day as he finishes on the podium, and it is the triplet, as we've mentioned many a time before, who do take the top 3 steps on the podium.
It's beginning to be like that Harry Potter meme of when there's always trouble, it's always the same three. But in case when there's a podium, it's always the same 3. Certainly in recent weeks, anyway. Yeah, there you go, Bennett, your Season 5 Division 2 SLR champion. I've just seen it in the stream chat. First person to congratulate him was MRC Leah. Absolutely fair play. He's been on another level compared to everyone else. I just see shades of Fernando Alonso where it might not always be on the top step on the podium for race wins or poles, but he's always there getting the podiums, keeping it safe, and that has effectively what has won him this title.
Yeah, it is just incredible to see a champion here in SLR, and he will be applauded thoroughly throughout the rest of the day and throughout the rest of the season, as there's obviously a constructors to go and battle for. But it is SLR Sem who is your race winner today, and he withstanded a huge amount of pressure for Rando behind, and Rando picked up a time penalty right at the end, which I did not see. But yeah, and he takes the fastest lap as well, the only man to not pick up a penalty, and it is, well, a day to remember for Sem, but it has been a season to remember for the McLaren driver of Bennett 628, and he is our champion. But yeah, it was, well, a race of attrition almost, you could say, with the amount of DNFs there were. Yeah, we could just run through our finishes. We have Sem in first, Rando in second, Bennett in third. Benz comes across the line in fourth place, but will drop down to fifth place. So Owen will pick up fourth place. A great performance from the both of them, really. Drastic Blaze comes home in sixth place. Great drive from the Williams man. Barlow in seventh, Original eighth, Panther in ninth on the wheel. Nilix gets a point in 10th, Scopes 11th, Hickland 12th, Jackson, Dog, Rocker Mad, Plain Teddy, Dorsey, Emma Lear, Cosmic Cameron, Zach is Beast, and SSR Halo were the DNFs.
Okay. Nice.
So, drivers, if you could now tick your box. I don't know how you want to do this, Summoners.
Well, I'll do first and third, but I think because of obviously what's happened today, I think we'll start off with second first, then third.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can crack on with second, buddy.
Well, take us away then. So then it was second place in the end for Rando from pole position. I mean, yeah, obviously Sem got past when I think you were fighting with Drastic Blaze at the time, and yeah, they got a bit spicy when all of you were trying to get past
Yeah.
Blaze. But yeah, obviously the safety car at the end was you must have. Well, I assume Sem was sweating quite a lot at the end there.
Yeah, he might have been.
But yeah, you obviously finished in second place, so the win was just out of reach for you today. But yeah, how would you assess that race?
I mean, to be honest, it was generally pretty good. I mean, off the start, kept it in P1 and then obviously pitted. I mean, I lost the position to Sem basically on my own mistakes. Drastic Blaze pushed me off the track a bit, hard racing, quote unquote, in the braking zone, and then their head's gone, as Nicky would say, ran wide, and Sem, rightfully, as I would have done to him, put it up the inside, all fair and clean, and then from there it was just a case of not picking up any penalties, and then obviously those last couple of laps it was full try and chase down Sem. Obviously couldn't do it in the end. He was absolutely rapid, picked up the 3 seconds on the last corner, but that was a really enjoyable race. Obviously massive congrats to Lewis on the championship, cheering you on.
Get in there, Lewis.
You've done it. You are the champion. Get in there, Lewis.
dear. Yeah, well done on the P2. Obviously, you'd always want to win, but I guess being on the podium is
Especially
pretty good as well.
sharing a podium with the Div 2 champion in the race. Probably the person I was racing hardest with in the form of Sam. So yeah, very happy. Well done, Lewis.
Right.
Over to SLR Sem.
Yeah, right. On to the race winner of this race and the winner for the 4th time, I believe, in 5 races. Correct me if I'm wrong. SLR Sem. Sem. Congratulations, buddy, on yet another race win. If it wasn't for Russia, it could have been 5 in 5, but nevertheless, 4 in 5 races is absolutely fantastic. First of all, tell us your race from your perspective, really. What did it look as simple as it seemed from my seat? Was there some problems you had to deal with, or how were you dealing with the threat behind?
Well, it obviously wasn't as simple as it looked from my seat, obviously. Oh, as it looked from your seat, obviously, because the couple of safety cars, I think there was a couple of VSCs as well. Those retirements, just uncertainty of who was on what strategy. Obviously, us having to get through traffic as well in the form of drastic blaze. But yeah. So like started in P3, wasn't entirely happy with my lap, but good starting position. Got past Teddy on the start, which was crucial, really, and managed to stay in the DRS of Rando. Then, obviously, we both got under the first safety car, and I managed to get past him when he failed an overtake on Blaze. I just saw a gap and went through it, and thought, right, I reckon I could do that. I can back myself to get past Blaze. Had a fairly comfortable gap, and then just deciding, right, when do we pit? Like me and Rando, we agreed, right, we'll pit on the same lap and just do a little slog out to the end, see who was quicker on the softs. I think he probably had better pace than me. I dumped all my ERS on the first lap to get that purple lap, and then just didn't pick up a single warning all race, sweating my balls off, and yeah, just probably my most rewarding win this season, I'd say. I'm very, very happy with that victory. And of course, massive congratulations to Bennett for the championship. He's been brilliant all season, the most consistent driver in Division 2 by a mile. Obviously picked up 4 race victories as well. Had exceptional pace, and yeah, was probably unlucky today to not finish higher up than he did, because I think both him and Rando probably had better pace than me this race. But yeah, as I said, massive congratulations to Bennett again. Of course, congratulations to Rando. And yeah, just happy to pick up another win as well. I didn't expect much from this track, and yeah, got them at 4 points.
Lovely stuff. Well, congratulations once again on the race win. Strength, I think that might actually even put you up into second now. So fantastic stuff from yourself.
It does. I was less than 25 points behind Leah, and I got max points today. So yep, I'm ahead of Leah, and into P2 in the championship. Which, I mean, well, best of the rest, as Bennett has got a gap of an absolute country mile to everyone else behind him in Division 2. But yeah, happy.
Lovely stuff. Right. I hope you've got your mic tick, Bennett, because we'd love to hear what you're going to say. Bennett, Season 5 SLR Division 2 champion. How does that sound?
Yeah, it sounds very good. I'm very happy with that, I must say.
So, echo into what Bennett said and what I mentioned on comms, from start to finish this season, you've always been up there. 4 race wins. This is your 12th podium. You might not have always been the fastest driver in the race or in qualifying, but you're always there in the top 3, and it's that consistency that has won you the title. How's this season felt? Has it been as easy as it seems outside of your race seat? Because I mean, you've won the championship at Austin, which, well, on paper you've dominated it. What it felt like in the cockpit for you all season?
Yeah, it's been good. Like I say, I started off the season as a reserve, Australia and Bahrain. My first 2 races, I think I qualified outside the top 10 for the first 2 races. But yep, I qualified, I think, 12th and 13th for Australia and Bahrain. And I think I finished both of them 8th. Got a full-time seat at China. But there was Vietnam, which I practiced a lot for, because I thought, new track, I need to put in a lot of practice for this, because, you know, if I put in more practice, chances are I might have a bit of an edge over the rest, and obviously I hadn't had the best of starts. So I made sure I put in plenty of practice for that, and then qualified, I think it was 4th, and then managed to get a good result. I finished 3rd, which was I was very happy about. But obviously at that time I was a reserve race. I was in the Racing Point, so I then got my full-time seat at China, but I actually couldn't attend. I was away. So my first full race as a McLaren driver, a full-time driver, was in Zandvoort, which got off to a fairly good start. I was running second behind Nicky, like comfortably. He was comfortably ahead, but I was running comfortably second, and then there was that glitch with the game where it gave me a drive-through, but never told me on my screen or anything. So I went around 3 times, and it disqualified me. So obviously that wasn't great, and that was. I remember at the time I was like, "Oh, if there's ever a chance, I've probably blown it now." But I just kept my head down. I started putting in the hours because I noticed people that were putting in the hours were tend to be higher up, and I started to enjoy it more as well. I was enjoying the game, like when I'd come home from work or wherever, I'd get on the game, do a couple of hours, and yeah, I just started to enjoy it. So I started putting in more hours, and then obviously I come to Spain. I qualified fourth, but I got a fairly good start, fourth straight to first, and then I had, you had Nicky, Cheesy, them lot behind me, and I thought that, it's going to be tough, but I managed to stay ahead. And then since then, I just felt the momentum's pushed me through race by race. I've got more confident and I've practiced more. I've tried to do as well as I can, and I got some lucky qualifying sometimes, or my laps have been good where I've kept out of traffic or whatever. So I've done that, and then the races I felt they've gone well. I think I've kept it quite clean, to be fair. But there has been generally some tough races, which might sound stupid considering I've won with 3 rounds to go, 3 rounds to go. Like, for instance, I've been hit a couple of times, obviously unlucky. I've had a couple of unlucky penalties, like that disqualification, for example, and a few others. But generally, I think I can't really complain about this season. I've kept it quite clean. I've been quite consistent and consistently fast, which has helped me a lot. And obviously, I've had Sem, Rando, Dorsey, Barlow, Rockamad, all of them ridiculously fast. And they've kept me on my heels, and I've just tried and I've kept practicing, and thankfully it has paid off. And I think, yeah, it's good. But I want to congratulate, obviously, Sem today, brilliant race. Rando, brilliant again. But I need to thank 3 people especially, because they've helped me a million. So I've got my teammate Barlow. Since I joined McLaren, we've been speaking. We've generally become friends for life now, as well as Rando. Rando, we literally always talk every day. He's become one of me good friends as well. Always be friends now, friends for life. And as well, Sem. He joined us a little later, but he's made it absolutely fun. It's made me genuinely. It's made sort of me happier. Like, you come home from work or whatever, long day, you jump on and you're laughing with the boys practicing, and the thing is, we have a good laugh, but we're very, we get down, we get serious with it, and it pays off. And just them 3 I have to thank big time, because we're in a party for the races, and we try and help each other out. We always practice together, and it's made it so much better. And I think for sure, without them 3, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am now.
Right back at you, mate. Right back at you. Like, going through a tough spot in my life at the moment, and just having you two just, and Barlow and all the guys, they're like massively just yes to everything you said. Yes.
Yeah, basically, I couldn't have said it better myself, Bennett.
I think that goes to show, ladies and gents, that this league is more than just a league. Bennett, congratulations once again on your championship triumph. Absolutely deserved. Go out and celebrate tonight, buddy. Even if it's Division 3 with a J2O in your hand, doesn't matter. Just go out and celebrate, buddy. You deserve it. Back to you, Mercs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the most heartfelt messages I've seen since my co-commentator won back in Austria. Just excellent. I mean, from a fellow Ipswich Town supporter to another, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think that is, well, before we start getting the violins out, and start crying on the stream, well, we'll have to end it there because we'll have Division 3 starting to turn into Panther now. Division 3.
Gonna be some losing to turn sacks.
Oh God.
Oh dear. Division 3 will be coming up at 9 o'clock. Sem was the man to beat today and couldn't be beaten. Taking maximum points from American Grand Prix. 4 wins out of 5 for the Haas driver, but it is Bennett's day and Bennett's season. He is the Div 2 champion of the world in Asterix. Have a good one, everyone.